Hello, everyone. Jacquie Edwards here. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, you are all enjoying a little bit of sunshine as a majority of us work from home in isolation or quarantine or whatever we're doing right now. So, yes, hopefully, you're keeping your spirits up, you're keeping pushing forward. And today, I want to talk about keeping your rent to rent business afloat during the crisis because I'm getting so many questions right now. And I just see so many people who are, scared, who are unsure, they don't know what to do next. So I just wanted to give you some food for thought on this topic because I think over the next few months, we are going to see the property market struggle. We're going to see, tenants and guests and service accommodation and pretty much all industries basically are going to be struggling over the next few months as we navigate, coronavirus, as we navigate a financial recession. So I want to make sure you are in the best position to be able to move forward and be successful in your business. So first of all, I think rent to rent is still totally viable. Now, if you're just getting started, I would say be cautious about jumping into service accommodation. The industry will pick back up again as soon as kind of the coronavirus has, played its course and everybody is back out and about as normal and traveling again. If you are looking at service accommodation and you are negotiating at the moment, you can use it in your favor because, that landlord's going to know he's not going to get any other tenants. So it might be time to even renegotiate a better deal. So if you can, withstand a couple of, weeks or months of very, very low income from that service accommodation, or you can negotiate so that maybe you're not paying straight away, then I believe you can totally make it work. The same with HMOs. Basically, if you're in the process of negotiating any rent-to-rent deals right now, you are in a very strong negotiating position to renegotiate your rents, to renegotiate where you're at with the landlord, because everybody knows the market is struggling. That landlord, it knows that he's not going to be able to find another deal, another person to rent his property, another person to help him somewhere else very easily right now. So you are in a good position to be able to renegotiate rents, renegotiate, rent-free periods, renegotiate most of your terms in general. So I don't think we should completely stop negotiating for deals. I don't think we should completely stop finding deals. I think we should continue to move forward. But really think about how you can get through the next couple of months if you have really low tenant demand or really low guest demand. So just make sure that you're prepared to have very, very little profits for the next couple of months, unless you really know your market. I know, what are we? We're at the end of March, so we're coming into April. Over the next few months, in a normal year, the demand in HMOs in my area generally starts to increase. So as we get into late spring and summer, the tenant demand increases, the weather gets nice, people start moving around again. Whether we'll see that as much this year with kind of an impending financial crisis or not is yet to be seen, but make sure you know your market and make sure you really understand how to attract the tenants or the guests that you want to attract. How can you do your marketing? This is a great time as we're all kind of at home a lot more. We've got a lot more free time to really be studying marketing. Marketing is such a huge core of any business. And it's one thing to be like, oh, I've got a business, everything's great. I just need to find tenants and it's fine. But really being able to kind of key into what your tenant is thinking and feeling and how to really advertise your property to them and guests as well, that is where the money is going to come from. So if you're looking to take any courses, to study, to read any books right now, I'd suggest really focusing in on marketing and how much you can learn of online marketing, maybe Facebook ads, Google ads, how to use social media better, how to really position an ad to really attract the audience that you're looking for. What else? So going forward into the future, again, rent to rent is totally viable. And I think as we see the market and the property market and the financial market slowly decrease, again, you're going to be in a strong bargaining position with those landlords. Landlords are going to start to have problems because everybody right now is feeling a lot more stress. They're feeling a lot more unsure of what the future holds. And they're going to be thinking, all right, I need to make myself secure. So I'm happy they're going to be looking for that security that you can offer with rent to rent, that kind of 5-year guaranteed rent. Now you're going to have to be able to, again, almost market yourself and position yourself to make them feel more secure. How can they trust you? How can you make sure that they're going to get their rent every single month? How can they know that, you're not going to go bust, that you're going to be able to survive the crisis? How can they make sure that you're going to be able to take care of them? So it will take some communication. You're going to need to know how to be confident in yourself and how to really explain that to other people. All right. If you've already got rent-to-rent properties and you are worried, then it's time to think outside the box. There is opportunity in every kind of crisis and every situation. We just need to sit back, open our minds, and really look for what the opportunity is out there. For those of you with service accommodation, and I've seen a lot of people start doing this, key workers are looking for accommodation so that they can isolate away from their families. So hospital workers, they need to be there in the hospital, they need to be there on the ground, but they don't want to go home and risk infecting their family. They're looking for that short-term accommodation. So if you've got service accommodation, that's the place you should be offering it. You can be offering it in local Facebook groups, but Facebook buy and sell marketplaces. You can be contacting hospitals directly and trying to get in touch. Now that they're going to be busy and their switchboards are going to be busy, but if you can get a hold of maybe somebody in human resources at the hospital, someone anywhere in administration, and tell them you've got accommodation available, then you can be not only helping your business, but really adding value out there to the community, to the people who are really putting themselves out there for us. So I think that's a really strong position you can be in, for all of our kind of first responders and our key workers. That's a great place to be offering your service accommodation right now. Now, if you've got HMOs and you might have tenants that are panicking, the key place to look is the NLA or the RLA. They're in the process of combining, so I'm not quite sure where they're at with that, but either one of their websites, they have loads and loads of resources for landlords and for tenants on the measures that the government's taking. So I know a lot of people are worried about not getting paid, about losing their jobs, about not getting their salaries because they're not working at the moment. There is a lot of government support out there for that. And you need to be in a position where you can help your tenant get that. Because again, just remember, people are panicked. They're stressed out. They don't know what to do. They're super, super worried. I mean, this is their house. They're worried about losing their home. And you are in the position to be able to help them, to be able to say, look, I understand you're scared. Let's see what we can do. Let's see this information that I've gathered. Let's work on this together. How can we structure this to make it work for both of us? Let's set up a payment plan. Let me help you get the paperwork together so that you can, claim your benefits. Or let me, make you aware of the benefits you're allowed to get from your work, because the government is going to be reimbursing businesses 80% of people's salaries. So you can talk to your tenants and give them the information they need to be able to feel more comfortable and confident. So that way they're not panicking and trying to leave and they're just not paying their rent or whatever it is. They're working with you to come to a solution that's best for everybody. So I've been sending and staying in touch with my tenants. I've got tenants that are worried that they won't be able to pay the next month's rent. And I've said, don't worry, we'll make a plan that will work for everybody and we'll get through this all together. So, if you can't pay all of the rent, we can figure something out. I've also had tenants on the other side that, are not quite so nice in the situation and are really trying to take advantage of it. Luckily, mine left. So I didn't have to worry because they were so terrible. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, so they threatened a whole bunch of random things in this time when I think all they really wanted to do was, either move out or just not pay rent. So I said, look, you can move out. We've done everything we can on all of these topics that you've brought up. And, I'm happy for you to just move out and we'll waive, your contract at this point. Or I'm going to have to talk to your guarantors because you have to pay rent. I said, but, if you were having problems due to coronavirus, then I would have been happy to work out a payment plan. So anyways, get off my high horse there. I was a bit annoyed by them, but they've moved out. And again, I'm okay with that. So yes, I'll have an empty room. They moved out today, but I can start advertising. I think the market will start picking up. That room is a beautiful room and an amazing property. So I'm sure I'll be able to let it out as soon as things start moving again, because there are still people looking for rooms. There are still people that need to move, that need to find accommodation. So make sure, again, you understand who your target is for your tenants, for your guests, and how to speak to them so that they're attracted to your property, how to make the photos look like something that they want to live in, how to stage those properties so that it's super attractive to them. And really make sure you've got your marketing under control. This is a great time to, really be looking at how can we up our game? Where can we help and reach more people? How can I think outside the box where everybody else is panicking? Where can I add value so that I make all of their lives easier and just add that value out to the world so it kind of comes back to me like tenfold? Because the more you put out there and the more you help people, and really that's where money comes from, is you going out there and helping people and solving their problems and adding value to them. So you need to just be really open to new ways and different ways and exciting ways of how you can add value, because there is so much space out there right now where so many people need help, and you could be in the position to help them. You just need to sit down and think of what that is and how you can do that. So I don't want to keep going on about that, but I just want to say, don't worry, don't be afraid. There are opportunities out there. You just need to have a clear and open mind as to where those are and what you should be looking for, and not write anything off right now, because things are going to be changing, and this is a huge opportunity for us all to be able to make a difference and to really move our businesses forward at the same time. If you've got other questions, just send them through to me. I will try to, be focusing on and helping as much as I can at this time. So, shoot me an email. You can find me on my websites, renttorentacademy.co.uk or propertygotogirl.co.uk. Post a message in the comments here. Whatever you need, just let me know. And I'm really working to make sure that you have the information you need to kind of get you through this time and come out of it at the end in a better, stronger place where you're more confident with yourself and your skills and your business, because I know that's totally possible. So please let me know if there's anything you need that I can help you with. Otherwise, I will see you again in the next video.